Welcome to Bohl Diamond at Blair Field for a midweek face-off between the Long Beach State Dirtbags and the San Diego Toreros. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Long Beach State dropped 2 of 3 games to San Jose State in their opening weekend series. The Dirtbags were beaten 8-0 on Friday night before bouncing back to a 12-3 win on Saturday. On Sunday, they led by a run going into the 9th inning, but a 2-out rally saw the Spartans prevail 3-2. It rained throughout the day and night yesterday, and there's more rain in the forecast this evening. This game got moved up 3 hours from its scheduled start time of 6 o'clock to try and beat the weather guards. For now, it's a beautiful sunny day in Long Beach. There's some clouds blowing in and over, but the breeze lingers to remind us of the storm that's in the area. We'll see if that becomes a factor. JayDe, it was a tough finish to the weekend for the Dirtbags with a blown save in the 9th inning on Sunday.
Yeah, top of the docket today will be to back up the pitching. Freshman Luke Howe pitched 7 innings on Sunday, but the Dirtbags left runners in scoring position consistently and kept the door open for that Spartans 9th inning 2-out rally that eventually turned the tide. Now there's another true freshman on the mound this afternoon, Jackson Baker, and it will be up to the Dirtbags bats to keep this game against a very good San Diego team close and competitive.
That means this is the 4th game of the season for the Dirtbags and already the 3rd true freshman starting pitcher for Long Beach State. So Jackson Baker is the starter today for Long Beach State. They're back in their all-white home uniforms. Take you through the defense as this first inning gets underway. Damon Valdez, the true freshman, is back behind the dish. So it's a full true freshman battery today for Long Beach State. Jackson Baker, a lefty on the mound. The leadoff man for San Diego is stepping in. Aiden Howard, the center fielder, a switch hitter, will dig into the right-handed box. Howard's a redshirt sophomore. Went 5 for 13 with a couple of triples. It's a really good start to his season over the weekend. First pitch comes in and missed just inside for ball 1. San Diego played at Charlotte to open up their season. It was a single game on Friday and then a doubleheader on Saturday. San Diego took 2 of the 3. 1-0 is swung on and missed right on the inside corner. It's a good spot for Jackson Baker to get his first strike. Howard batted .272 with a .736 OPS at San Diego last year. Baker works out of the windup again and gets a changeup onto the outside corner. It's 1-2. He said Valdez is in the squat. The infield left to right. Jake Evans at third. Trotter Enright at short. Camden Gasser at second base. Aaron Perez at first. Outfield left to right for the Dirtbags. Smith Chandler in left. Trevor Goldenetz in center. And Matt Toomey in right field. Lefty gets a swing and a miss. A changeup diving off the outside corner has Howard swing over the top of it, and it's a 4-pitch strikeout to get things going.
Solid start to the afternoon for Baker. Speeds up Howard after giving him 2 slow ones. The Dirtbags have 1 down in the top of the first.
It's an 81-mile-an-hour changeup, 18 inches of arm side run, diving away from the right-handed, currently hitting switch hitter. Now it's C.J. Moran to step into the box, transferred in from San Diego State. Sophomore had a great freshman campaign for the Aztecs last year. Now finds himself playing for the Toreros. Left on left matchup. First pitch slider cued back behind home plate. It's a foul ball for strike 1. Moran last season for the Aztecs batted .377 with a .943 OPS. It's an open stance in the left-handed box. Baker works out of the windup again. 0-1 is taken down the middle. It's a fastball for strike 2.
Baker showing good control. That last pitch over the dish at 89 miles an hour.
Baker throws a sinker, another curveball, but it's roped just foul. Hard contact for Moran as he was out ahead. It was a slower breaking ball that time, 73 miles an hour with more sweep.
And some acrobatics from the first base umpire, Alan Alvarez, to hop, skip, and jump his way out of getting hit by a foul ball.
0-2 count still. 1 down and nobody on in the top of the first inning. Baker attacks Moran again. It's a curveball off the outside corner. That 72-mile-an-hour breaker. Missed. Just getting this one underway. As we said, this game was supposed to be a 6 p.m. first pitch. So 1-2 sinker missed inside. They moved it up to 3 o'clock because there's rain due in the forecast later tonight. Should be able to avoid it with the 3 o'clock start. Wasn't even guaranteed that they were going to be able to play this one. It was a game time decision this morning for how the field looked. 0-2 curveball missed away. It's 3 straight balls, and the count is now full to Moran. There was some serious rain dropping in Long Beach last night.
And across the greater LA area, all kinds of flooding all along the streets here in Long Beach. Some thunder and lightning last night, too.
Payoff pitch, fastball that missed away. So it's a nice job by C.J. Moran, and the 2-hole for San Diego works a walk from an 0-2 count. Man down at first base with 1 out in the inning for the Toreros. They'll bring up Gabe Springer, another switch hitter in the right-handed box. He went 3 for 10 with a home run over the weekend. Springer's a graduate student. Transferred to San Diego after playing for Stanford last year. Only appeared in 6 games. Conservative lead at first for Moran. It's a step and throw for Baker, and he's back standing up. Certainly a windy day at Blair Field. See the flags out in left field blowing around quite a bit. Feels like it's blowing in, but it's been changing up throughout the pregame as of the direction in the wind. Sinker missed low to begin the at-bat to Gabe Springer. C.J. Moran down at first base had a pair of stolen bases in the opening weekend series. Baker comes set at the belt, now steps and throws again, but Moran is back standing up.
San Diego's dugout today is going to be very loud. They prioritize positive communication. Everything coming out of their dugout will be encouraging to their teammates today. Something that this program is very proud of, their team morale and mentality on game days.
Baker comes home now with the 1-0. It's chopped towards third base, but foul. Jake Evans getting the start at the hot corner today. Got 2 starts over the weekend, but both of them were at DH. Dylan Lena played third base all 3 games, but now Lena's the dirtbag DH today.
See how Evans does today, stepping in for Dylan Lena. Got to play a bit of third base last season as he was shuffled around the infield. Dylan Lena missed the back half of the 2025 season.
Baker with another step and throw, but again, Moran is standing up back to the bag. It's a short lead over there. He doesn't want to get picked off. Baker comes set. Springer in the right-handed box. 1-1 pitch. Came in low. It's taken for ball 2.
Springer just waiting on his pitch. Native of Boulder, Colorado.
Two-one count. Man on first with 1 out in the top of the first inning. No score. True freshman Baker downhill, and it misses in the dirt. Now Moran got himself hung up. The throw back to first base is in time. He saw it low, but a nice job by Valdez to pick it right out of the dirt. Then Moran was right in no man's land, 45 feet away from either the first and second base bag. Throw from Valdez went down to second, so Moran tried to pivot back to first base, but the return throw from Enright was in time. It's 2 outs and nobody on now. 3-1 count to Springer.
It was a poor pitch from Jackson Baker, but Valdez does well to pick it out and freeze the runner.
The 3-1 is pulled foul down the third base line. Count now full.
It's extended at-bat now for Gabe Springer. Gets himself some new life off the contact.
Now he checks his swing on a changeup that was outside, but the appeal down to first base is not successful. Baker started walking off, but Springer gets a walk. It's the second straight free pass issued by Jackson Baker.
For the Toreros catcher, number 37, JayDe Beaudry.
Man on first with 2 out, no score. The top of the first inning. Jaden Lobliner steps in next, right-handed hitting catcher for the Toreros. Drove in 4 runs in that opening weekend series at Charlotte. Pretty similar lead at first base for Springer. First pitch in on the outside corner for a strike.
Good break on that pitch from Jackson Baker. Lobliner is an outstanding hitter.
It's a heavy sinker out of that left hand of Baker. A lot of tumble. 0-1, chopper down the third base line, foul. That was a changeup. Similar action on the sinker and the changeup for Baker, but about 7 miles an hour of speed difference.
Lobliner.
The 0-2. Fastball that buzzed the tower up high. It's taken by Lobliner, and the count's 1-2. Gabe Springer, the runner down at first base. Dirtbags shaded to the lines. Golden Nets a little bit into the left center gap. Step and throw had him leaning, but still Springer able to dive back safely. First step was towards second base, but then pivoted and got back to the bag. 1-2 the count to Jaden Lobliner. Now Baker comes home and it misses low. Now the runner goes on a delay. Valdez throws him out at second base by a mile. 2 outs on the bases in the top of the first inning for San Diego. The true freshman Damon Valdez read the delayed steal like a book, and we're going to the bottom half of the first. No score on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the first inning, Dirtbags coming up for the first time. It's a different look, top third of the order, but the top 2 are the same from the last 2 games for Long Beach State. Trevor Goldenets leading it off, Camden Gasser in the 2 spot, and Dylan Lena moves up to third as he DHs today. The true freshman center fielder Trevor Goldenets digs into the left-handed box first. It's another lefty on the mound for San Diego, Logan Piper, graduate student. Transfer from Cal, making his Toreros debut. Left-on-left matchup to get the bottom of the first inning underway. No score after a couple of runners got cut down on the bases. Drag bunt down the first base line. Golden Nets has got wheels. The tag is not made. Jayden Greer, the first baseman, came down the line and fielded, tried to tag out to his left, but Golden Nets avoided it as he dove in safely to the first base bag. It's a bunt base hit on the first pitch thrown by Piper, and the Dirtbags have the leadoff man on.
Golden Nets has been an outstanding man on the base pass, especially on opening weekend. Stole 4 bags, and that time flashes the wheels and the juke to get the Dirtbags their first runner of the afternoon.
Camden Gasser in next. The sacrifice bunt at one point over the weekend, but his biggest strength was in his plate discipline. This guy transferred in from Purdue with the plate discipline and ability to get on base as the top part of the profile. Walked 7 times in the first 3 games of the year. Golden Nets stole 4 bags in the first 3 games. First pitch home, it's another bunt down the first base line, but this one's foul. Gasser started his collegiate career at Michigan, played there for a couple of seasons, then played 2 years at Purdue. Career Big Ten baseball player before now moving over to the Big West for his senior season. Healthy lead at first base for Golden Nets. Southpaw comes set on the mound. Piper looks over there, now comes downhill. 0-1 bounced in, and a nice dig by Jaden Lobliner. Pitch missed out to his left, but he scooped it out. Count now 1-1 to Gasser.
And Gasser was showing bunt again.
One count. Third baseman Mydroth is pulled in even with the bag. Now step and throw, but Golden Nets is back, and the throw sails high. Bounces all the way over off the warning track, and Golden Nets will get a free 90 feet. There'll be a throwing error on Logan Piper to advance Golden Nets to second base.
Piper making his first career start for the Toreros. Sails it well over the head of Greer at first, and Golden Nets picks up his 5th stolen base of the season.
Advances on the error. So Golden Nets' total stays at 4 for now. He's going to be a guy that is running plenty this year, so expect a lot of stolen bags. Batted 6th in the first game of the year for the Dirtbags and moved up to lead off for these last 3. Corner infielder still pulled in. 1-1 count for Camden Gasser. He shows bunt, lays it down the third baseline, and the only play is for Piper to come get it. He throws down to first base, not in time. Gasser, the lefty coming off the mound, couldn't pick it up and throw in time. Looked like there was a slight hesitation, and Camden Gasser beats it out. It's back-to-back bunt base hits for Long Beach State. Looked like that was a full-blown sacrifice for Gasser, but he just beat out the throw. And now Dylan Lena will come up with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Through 2 batters here. Dirtbags have been excellent at putting the ball in play. Inch-perfect bunt from Camden Gasser. And just like that, Dirtbags have runners on the corners here in the bottom of the first with nobody out. The man who leads this team in RBIs after opening weekend up to the plate.
Some small ball for Long Beach State here in the bottom of the first inning. Back-to-back bunt singles. We've got runners at first and third, and Dylan Lena steps in. Drove in 4 runs on Saturday. First pitch in, right on the inside corner with a fastball. So Logan Piper with a good start to the at-bat against Lena. In total on the weekend, Dylan Lena went 2 for 10. Getting a little bit of a break on the legs after playing the full weekend at third base, now DHing tonight. Gasser, a good lead off of first. Downhill, the pitch misses low. Piper pulled the string there with a changeup, but couldn't catch the inside corner. Signs being given by TJ Bruce down in the third base coaching box. Now, our home plate umpire today, Bradley Hungertford, had Lena step out of the box and reset. Now he digs back in, hands held up high above his shoulders. 1-1 pitch from Piper. He checked his swing and went around. It's a good fastball up and away that got Lena to chase. Counts 1-2 to the Dirtbags DH.
89 as it blows past Lena. Couldn't decide whether he wanted to lay off or take a big hack, and now he's down on the count.
Gasser had a couple of stolen bases over the weekend as a 1-2 changeup misses low. He's stayed put at first base throughout this at-bat so far. Counts 2-2. Left on right matchup. Piper delivers again. A fastball misses in. So Lena has worked the count full. More signs given by TJ Bruce directly towards Gasser at first. Dylan Lena not even needing to look down there. Bruce gestured to have Lena focus on the box. Could be a good time to run here. Piper comes downhill, runner stays put, and Lena swings and misses. Got an 85-mile-an-hour changeup by him. Looked like it hung up at the top of the zone, but Lena could not catch up and swung right through it. It's a big strikeout for Logan Piper, and now he's one ground ball away from getting out of the inning unscathed.
TJ Bruce with more signs down to first, signaling to Camden Gasser with a wave. You wouldn't expect the Dirtbags to run, with Jaden Lobliner behind the dish, the reigning West Coast Conference Defensive Player of the Year. But we're going to see just how aggressive TJ Bruce wants to be here in the bottom of the first.
Matt Toomey in next, another left-on-left matchup. Sophomore Toomey had a good opening weekend. Step and throw to first base, but Gasser's back. Golden Nets was bouncing off a third, but this throw was a good one. Toomey went 4 for 10, a double and a triple, plus 2 stolen bases on his line. Reached base at a .538 clip in the first 3 games. A little bit of a bigger lead for Gasser. He stays put again as a breaking ball misses low. Was smothered by Lobliner to keep the runners where they are, but it's a 1-0 count to open the at-bat to Matt Toomey. Batted .278 with an .804 OPS as a freshman last year. Moving up to the cleanup spot. 4th game in the season. 1-0, fastball missed inside.
Matt Toomey moved up into the cleanup spot today for situations exactly like this. Speedy when he does put the ball in play. A lot of power in his bat. Runners on the corners with only 1 out. Perfect time for him to solidify to TJ Bruce why he deserves to be the 4-man this season.
Piper's 2-0. Fly ball out, hit hard towards the left center gap, ranging over Howard, still on the run. He lays out, and he made the catch. What a play by Howard out in the left center gap. It will be plenty deep enough for Golden Nets to tag and score, but that's a fantastic play out in center field by Aiden Howard. Gasser also tagged from first base and moved up to second, so good awareness there. Matt Toomey gets robbed of a base hit, but the Dirtbags still move up 1-0.
You said it best. That is a spectacular play from Aiden Howard. Has to run about 60 feet to his right and then still lay out to make the catch. CJ Moran looked like he lost the ball a bit in the sun, coming over there and left. And just like that, Dirtbags are on the board.
Highly difficult play in center field by Aiden Howard. Really nice job to get over and went full extension diving into the gap. Not only to secure that ball, but to hang on through when he hit the ground. Does look like Brock Unrich came out to have a conversation with the umpires to potentially appeal if down at first base Camden Gasser left early. The Toreros threw the ball in and tagged the first base bag, but the first base umpire Alan Alvarez said that Gasser's safe, so we will play on. Trotter Enright batting 5th today for the Dirtbags, another left-handed batter. Man on second with 2 out, 1-0 Long Beach State in the bottom of the first. Piper's first pitch missed up high, up above his head, and Enright went to the ground to avoid it. Trotter went 4 for 12 over the weekend, batted in the top 3 of the order each game. Now moves down to the 5 spot. 1-0 pitch taken low. Wind is picking up a bit, and it feels like it may have shifted directions. Moving out towards the field of play now. 2-0 pitch from Piper. A fastball in the outside corner gets chopped right back to the mound. He fields and throws over to first base in time to get Enright. Dirtbags leave one stranded at second base, but bring in the first run of the ball game. A sac fly from Matt Toomey makes it 1-0 Dirtbags, heading to the second on 22 West Radio. Jaden Loveliner, the catcher, stepping back in for San Diego. Loveliner was in the box when a caught stealing put an end to the top of the first, so he gets a fresh count to restart his at-bat. Jackson Baker back out on the mound through 21 pitches in his first inning of work. Issued a couple walks, but both of those runners got wiped out on the bases. 2 caught stealings for Damon Alvarez in the top of the first inning. Good start to the game for the true freshman backstop. The opposing catcher in the box, and the first pitch sails high straight to the backstop. It's 1-0 to Loveliner. He's a senior now. Batted .286 with 6 home runs last year for the Toreros. Gives a big rip and a miss at the 1-0. Loveliner went 3 for 12, drove in 4 runs, and had a couple stolen bases over the weekend in Charlotte. Baker works out of the windup, chopper to the left side, ranging over to his left. Evans fields cleanly. His throw across is a little bit offline, but Perez stretches and keeps his foot on the bag. It's a 5-3 putout to begin the top of the second. Connor Mydroff will bat next. Younger brother of MLB infielder Chase Mydroth. Connor's a senior for the Toreros, playing his second year as part of the program. .269 average and .783 OPS last year. First pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, but it caught the outside corner for strike 1. Mydroth didn't appear over the weekend, so making his first appearance of the season right now. 0-1, hard ground ball up the middle and through. So Mydroth in his first opportunity of 2026 picks up a base hit. He pulls into first with a 1-out single.
Mydroth stepping in today for Adrian Beltre Jr., regular third baseman for the Toreros, who will be their consistent starter this season. Mydroth gets on base, though, and now the Toreros look to spark something here in the top of the second.
Third base runner of the game so far for San Diego, their first hit. Jackson Baker will go back to working out of the stretch. Now Jayton Greer steps in, left-handed hitting first baseman. Baker downhill with a curveball that just came down and caught the letters for strike one.
Beautiful pitch.
Interesting connection here for Jayden Greer, the freshman out of Huntington Beach High School. The center fielder for the Dirtbags, Trevor Goldenet's a freshman out of Huntington Beach High School. They were teammates of the same class last year. Step throw to first base, but the tag is late.
Spent 3 years together for the Oilers from their sophomore till their senior seasons.
Now going head-to-head at Blair Field in the 4th game of the season. Greer got 4 at-bats in the opening weekend. Step and throw, they've got him picked. Perez throws to second base, and the tag is laid down in time. It's already the 3rd caught stealing of the game for San Diego. There's 2 outs and nobody on now in the top of the 2nd.
And that's all Jackson Baker. His step-in throws have come with a bit of hesitation to start this game. He steps off slowly and then commits to the throw. And as he hesitated, it was Meredith who took off. Dirtbags had him dead to rights.
Swing and a miss on a curveball off the outside corner. So once again, after Baker surrendered a 1-out base runner, he gets wiped off. He's able to work out of the windup again. 0-2 count, nobody on, and 2 outs. Pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. Already 3 outs made on the bases by San Diego. Only an inning and 2/3 in for Jackson Baker. 1-2. Fastball missed outside.
We came into this game with the Dirtbags needing to back up this true freshman, and they certainly have. Already in the field, making sure the Toreros haven't gotten anything started with the top of their order.
2-2. Curveball swung on and missed. Pulled the string all the way to 70 miles an hour and had Greer out ahead of it. True freshman strikes out true freshman, and that ends the top of the 2nd inning. Going to the bottom half, 1-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags ahead 1-0 entering the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up in the order. That bottom of the 1st could have been an even bigger number, but there was a fantastic catch by Aiden Howard in center field. Turned Matt Toomey's fly ball into a sac fly when it easily could have been a multi-run scoring extra base hit. First pitch chopped to the left side, ranging to his right, Springer Fields. His throw to first is strong and in time. It's not an easy play for Gabe Springer over in the 5.5 hole, but he retires Chandler on the first pitch.
Hard hit ball that the Toreros deal with perfectly. And Piper in a brief conversation now with Bradley Hungerford out at the mound, getting a fresh baseball.
Aaron Perez will bat next for Long Beach State, transfer in from Utah Tech. He's been the starting first baseman all 4 games of the season so far. Originally comes from Santa Ana. So return to California for his senior season. First pitch fastball missed up high. Wasn't a great opening weekend for Perez. Went 2 for 13 with 5 strikeouts. Another fastball missed upstairs.
A few of those strikeouts came with runners on second and third. It's Perez, who was continually frustrated with the Dirtbags needing runs in the back half of Sunday's game against San Jose State.
Got a fastball in the outside corner now. There's those left-on-left matchups that those strikeouts came in that it looked like Perez was struggling to cover the outside corner breaking ball. Still gets the starting nod against the Southpaw tonight, and he swings through a fastball to make it 2-2.
Big hack that time off the 87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, not a lot of velocity on the mound tonight from Logan Piper. Two-two pitch. Slider missed outside. It's a full count to Aaron Perez. Payoff from Piper out of the windup, and he chops it foul just down the first base line. The rest of the defense today behind Piper. Jaden Lobliner is in the squat. Connor Mydroth at third base. Gabe Springer at short. Gage Mestas at second base. Jayton Greer over at first. The outfield left to right. CJ Moran, Aiden Howard, and Andrew Ghana. Another full count pitch popped up on the left side in foul territory. Mydroth ranging over, calls it off onto the track, and he makes the catch before banging into the wall. That's a nice play by Connor Mydroth, ranging far into foul territory. We mentioned before, Blair Field is a park that has a ton of foul territory, so most parks in college baseball, I would guess that gets out of play, but instead it's a foul pop out for Perez.
Mydroth getting some big high fives. There was a trio of Toreros over there ready to make the catch. And it's been San Diego's defense making plays here for the first 2 innings to keep the Dirtbags with only 1 run on the board.
Jake Evans in next. Has appeared in all 4 games so far, but only started 3 of them as a curveball bounces behind him. Goes to the backstop. The one game that Evans did not start was on Saturday night, but he came off the bench, and those were the only 2 hits that he has so far, 7 at-bats. That night on Saturday went 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch after coming off the bench. 1-0 popped up within the infield. The catcher, Lobliner, tosses his mask and just behind home plate makes the catch. So it's another foul pop out, and Evans puts an end to the inning. Dirtbags go down in order. We're heading to the third, still 1-0 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Going to the third inning, Long Beach State sends the true freshman Jackson Baker back out there. Through 2 innings, he's thrown 31 pitches, and his defense has helped him behind him. 3 base runners so far for the Toreros have all been thrown out trying to advance to second base. 3 caught stealings. 2 of them were by the catcher, Damon Valdez, and then last inning, Connor Magdroth left and got picked off by Baker. Andrew Ghana steps in to lead off the 3rd inning and takes a fastball high. Might be a familiar name to Dirtbags fans. Ghana played at CSUN last year and was one of their better players. A .931 OPS as a Matador. 1-0, shows bunt, pulls it back as a pitch misses in the dirt. So Ghana's ahead 2-0.
Ghana knows all about getting on base here at Blair Field. Last year while playing for the Matadors was injured in the first half of the season, but excelled in the back half. One of his 6 home runs came in this ballpark, also had a triple on the day.
Shows bunt, pulls it back again as a fastball missed high.
It was that series against CSUN that was really pivotal last year for the Dirtbags, hanging on the edge of playoff contention, and they lost that series, a marathon 15-inning game on Sunday. After that, season did not see too many more wins.
Showed bunt, pulled it back, and believe the pitch hit him. Indeed, it did. So that'll go as a hit by pitch in the books. Would have been ball 4. Andrew Ghana reaches as a leadoff base runner for the Toreros.
Ghana last year for CSUN, 6 for 7 on his stolen base attempts.
Tanner Kern in next, redshirt freshman for the Toreros. Left-handed hitter, went 2 for 11, or excuse me, went 1 for 6 over the weekend. Ghana down at first base, did have a steal in Charlotte. First pitch shows bunt and a curveball missed low. So it's 5 straight that have missed the zone for Baker to begin the 3rd inning. And now we're going to have Bradley Hungertford walking out towards the mound. Looks like there might be an equipment issue or something for Baker.
I think he popped a button on his last pitch and was looking for it briefly in the grass.
TJ Bruce walked out of the Dirtbag dugout to provide his input from the other side of the third base foul line. And now the brief conference breaks with Baker walking back towards the mound. Toes the rubber again, ready to go. Left on left matchup with Tanner Kern in the box. Small lead for Ghana down at first base. Have to imagine the Toreros will do whatever they can to avoid another out on the bases. Baker tried to step over and throw, but Ghana gets back standing up. Baker sets just above the belt. 1-0 pitch, shows bunt, and a fastball misses outside. The Torero dugout is getting loud now. The true freshman Baker has missed with 6 straight pitches to open up the inning. This is the bottom third of the order up this inning as well. Shows bunt. This time he catches the zone with a BP fastball there. Was just trying to get it back in. Came in at 85.
With Ghana taking that little lead off of first, it's Baker before every pitch, slowing his delivery, taking a look and deciding whether to throw down or throw to the batter.
Now steps and throws, but again standing up. Ghana's back to the bag. Baker looks over, now comes home. Runner went a bit late, but it's fouled straight back into the netting. That wasn't quite a delayed steal like we saw Moran get thrown out on in the first inning. But it still was a late jump that Ghana was ready to go anyway.
Pretty sure Valdez would have had him again.
Sure looked like it. 2-2 count to Tanner Kern. Man on first with nobody out. 1-0 Dirtbags in the top of the third. Step and throw, but Ghana's back standing up. Shadows creeping out right in front of home plate. Hasn't covered up the batter yet. 2-2 from Baker. Curveball that came in and hit his front elbow. It's a breaking ball and the second straight hit by pitch for Baker on the mound. The 7 and 8 batters for the Toreros have reached. That'll bring up Gage Maestas. Runners on first and second with nobody out, and Baker's in some trouble in the third.
And Baker took his eye off the pitch before delivering it. Just looking down to first base as he has throughout these first 2 innings. Now with 2 runners on, you wonder how much his focus will be divided. Still nobody out here in the top of the third.
True freshman will try and dial in his command now. Dirtbags bring in the corner infield, playing a bunt defense. Perez in on the grass at first base. They creep in. Mestas shows bunt, but pulls it back as a fastball misses inside. Jake Evans was also crashing from third base. And right, the shortstop was over to cover third. And now there's going to be time called. Abe Alvarez walking out to the mound for a conference with the whole Dirtbag infield. Could be a mechanical change that he wants to make with Baker, or to just talk about the bunt defense.
Abe Alvarez, coaching staff. Alvarez declined then, but when TJ Bruce called in 2026, Alvarez couldn't decline or return to his former program twice.
He stepped into the role that was left by Rolando Garza last year. Took a job in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, the pitching development side of things. Garza completely ran the pitching staff last year for Long Beach State. Now that'll be Alvarez's role. Every time the Dirtbags make a pitching change, it's Alvarez who goes out to get the ball and make the move to the bullpen instead of the manager, TJ Bruce. Mestas showing bunt early again. Inside move to second base, but Baker will hold on to it. Mestas looked over to the dugout for a set of signs from Brock Unrich. Now he shows bunt early again. First and second, nobody out, 1-0 count. Baker comes home, he pulls it back and swings, but pops a foul ball out of play. It's a slash from Mestas, but he couldn't get it fair.
And Unright made it clear after that Charlotte series that Torero's strength this year isn't always going to be mashing the ball. The more they can put it in play and advance the runners, the better they're going to be as a team. Mestas showing that again here early.
1-1 count. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and a pitch missed inside. Didn't miss Mestas by much there. Dangerous for Baker, was almost his third hit by pitch of the inning. It's 1-0 Dirtbags in the top of the third inning. San Diego threatening, a couple runners on base and nobody out. Shows bunt early. Baker comes downhill. He keeps the bunt, but bunted right through it. Just whiffed that time, so it goes for a strike, and the count's 2-2.
Good pitch from Baker, and the Dirtbags continue to show that bunt defense that has Perez crashing from first.
Now Perez is going to back up behind the bag. Shows bunt early, and Perez comes crashing back in. 2-2, he pulls it back, but takes a pitch high. Fastball missed the zone as Mestas was showing slash again. Count is full, still runners on first and second. Cat and mouse game being played with Perez going back behind the runner at first. Mestas shows bunt early. Perez moves in front of the runner. And now Valdez calls time behind the plate.
And holding the runner on second is Trotter Enright. Camden Gasser playing the gap.
Bradley Hungertford took off his mask and is looking over towards the Toreros dugout to get some kind of clarification. Was writing down something on his scorecard. Peculiar look in the middle of the at-bat. Now Mestas will dig back in. He's showing bunt early. Perez creeps from first. Evans still even with the bag at third. Now he pulls it back. Full count pitch. Runners go. It's popped up within the infield. Full infield converging. Evans calls it off and makes the catch. The runner is able to retreat back to their bags, but nice battle from Jackson Baker to retire the first Torero of the inning.
Excellent battle. Having to deal with so many moving parts around the infield, still delivers a pitch that results in a flyout, and the Dirtbags defense holding the runners as well. Trotter Renwright immediately over to second, making sure that there was no miscommunication as 3 white jerseys converged to make the catch.
That brings up the top of the order for San Diego. Already 10 pitches in the inning for Jackson Baker, 1 out in first and second. Aiden Howard comes up, having struck out his first time. Right-handed hitting center fielder may have saved a run on defense. First pitch, changeup that misses low. Made a great sprawled out diving catch in the bottom of the first inning. One-0 count. Howard gently taps the bat on his shoulder and holds it out in front. 1-0, runners go, swings through it, throw goes to second base. The tag is in time. They throw to the behind runner. The lead runner, Kern, or Ghana, excuse me, moves up to third base. He gets a steal, but Kern gets thrown out at second base. So Valdez gets the slower runner, and that's a big out number 2 for the Dirtbags. Now just 1 runner on, Ghana at third, and the 4th caught stealing already for the Toreros.
And the pop from Valdez is outstanding. Perfect transfer from glove to hand.
Ground ball over to third base. Evans to the backhand. Fields cleanly. His throw across the diamond is low, but dug out by Perez. It's in time to get Howard. Jake Evans' throw was down in the dirt, but Perez picks it at first. And we're going to the bottom of the third inning. Still 1-0 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Damon Valdez stepping up to lead off the bottom of the third inning. The number 9 spot in the order for Long Beach State. Valdez making his 2nd start of the year. Played that game on Saturday and went 1 for 4. His only hit was a 2 RBI single that got through the infield. Physical freshman in the right-handed batter's box. Carson Piper on the mound again delivers, or Logan Piper, excuse me, delivers one downhill and it gets fouled off by Valdez. 0-1 count to begin the bottom of the third inning. Still 1-0 Dirtbags. Valdez takes one high. The Toreros have not been able to get out of their own way on the base paths so far. 4 outs on the bases for San Diego through their first 3 innings on offense. 1-1 just missed up and away. It's 2-1 to Damon Valdez.
Valdez stands 6'3", 185. Long Beach native.
Top of the order on deck. 2-1. Just caught the knees. Dirtbags back in their pinstripe uniforms for their first midweek game of the year. San Diego in all gray. Navy blue hats and sleeves. 2-2 missed high. Valdez looked like he started to throw the bat towards the dugout, then stopped himself, realizing that was only the third ball. It's a full count for the true freshman out of Long Beach. It's Los Alamitos High School. Payoff pitch popped up out of play down the right side. Piper was efficient through 2 innings, so this is a good at-bat for Valdez to run the pitch count up a bit, opening up the third. 6 pitches into the at-bat, and Piper's at 32 so far. Another 3-2, popped up right side, ranging just around the foul line. Greer is underneath, and he makes the catch just in fair territory. So Valdez pops up to open up the third. So top of the order coming up next for Long Beach State. Trevor Goldenetz coming up. It's been a great start to his true freshman season. 6 for 13 on the year so far. He singled on a bunt in the first inning to get the bottom half started. Left on left matchup. Goldenetz takes a breaking ball down and away.
Goldenetz playing his second straight game for the Dirtbags as the leadoff man.
TJ Bruce talked about how Goldenetz was the leadoff man throughout the fall, and this next pitch hit him. A fastball that rode in and just clipped his elbow guard on the way by. Goldenetz will head down to first base again, has reached both times up there tonight, and now he's a big stolen base threat down there. Went all the way around just off his own threat in the first inning. Piper tried to pick him off and threw high. Goldenetz over the weekend stole 4 bases. Camden Gasser comes in next. Gasser was the second of 2 straight bunt singles to open up the bottom of the first inning. Looked like he was just trying to sacrifice down the third baseline, but was able to beat out the throw from Piper. First pitch bounces in, but gets smothered by Lobliner. Really nice job to keep Goldenetz down at first.
Lobliner is quick out of the squat. Last year threw out 16 runners.
Big lead at first base for Goldenetz. 1-0. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Now throw down to first base, not in time. It was a little bit offline, and Greer had to lay out the first baseman to the foul side of the line to corral it. 1-1 count to Camden Gasser. Showed bunt again on that last pitch. Piper comes home, and it misses low. Goldenetz looked like that he started to go before shutting it down.
We were all waiting on pins and needles to figure out whether or not that would be a successful.
3-1 changeup missed low. It's already the 8th walk of the season for Camden Gasser. He gets a free pass, and it's first and second with 1 out for the Dirtbags. Now, mound visit will come together for San Diego. Grady Miller, the pitching coach, coming out of the dugout. Nobody throwing down in the Toreros bullpen. Oh, and that's because somebody's coming in. How about that? They're making a pitching change, and they'd already opened the gate. I didn't see the gesture made, so I got to pay better attention, JD.
Back's too warm, you're losing your eyesight.
They're making a pitching change. Toreros go to the bullpen in the bottom of the third inning. Dirtbags with a couple of runners on and 1 out. Already lead 1-0 and looking to add. We'll introduce the new Toreros arm up next on 22 West Radio. The new pitcher for San Diego is Fernando Palencia, right-handed sophomore that appeared in one game over the weekend. It was the season opener for the Toreros that he wound up getting the win through 3 innings in relief. Gave up 1 earned run. Dylan Lena in the box to face the righty. First pitch slider on the outside corner for a strike.
Valencia, native of South El Monte, California, graduate of Arcadia High School. The senior won Pitcher of the Year.
Right on right matchup. Looks back to second, now comes home. Another slider that this time bends onto the front door. So Lena looking at back-to-back breaking balls for the first 2 strikes. Good speed on the bases for the Dirtbags. Goldenet's the runner at second, Gasser down at first. 1 out with a 1-0 lead. Next one a slider again, this time it misses outside. Tried to get a chase out of Lena, but he laid off. Still a full cloud cover. That'll be important as this game goes through the middle innings. 1-2, swung on and missed. 92-mile-an-hour fastball up above the zone. Some heat from Palencia gets Lena to swing through it. It's a 4-pitch strikeout. 2 outs, and the runners are still at first and second.
Big hack from Dylan Lena as he heads back to the dugout, bat in hand. Wanted to send that one well beyond the outfield fence as the wind continues to swirl here around Blair Field.
When the sun is out, there has been a shadow for these afternoon games. That's why I mentioned that whether the clouds are covered or not is important. If that sun is shining through and the shadow gets out halfway between the mound and home plate, it's a really tough environment for the hitters. But for now, it's no issue with the clouds fully covering. No shadows as Matt Toomey steps into the left-handed box. First pitch flied out into left. That'll get out of play. Matt Toomey had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Was a well-hit ball into the left center gap, and he got robbed on a web gem by Aiden Howard. Easily could have been extra bases for Toomey, but he still got an RBI out of it. Toomey's been aggressive early in counts to begin this new season. That was another first pitch swing on the foul ball. Now he cuts again and fouls it off again.
Toomey expanding his zone a little bit as well. Early on in counts, swinging at anything that's above the zone. He stands 6'3", so he's got a lot of real estate to work with.
0-2 the count. Runners on first and second. 1-0 Dirtbags in the bottom of the third. Palencia comes home with a fastball that misses at the eyes. Can set the final line for Logan Piper, the starter for San Diego. 2 1/3 inning, 2 hit. The 2 runners on base, still his responsibility, so the line not all the way closed, but 1 hit and 1 walk on 40 pitches for Piper. 1-2, right off the hands. It's fought off, out of play down the left field line. Piper has 1 earned run on his line for now. One-two pitch. Breaker that missed outside. Tried to run it back onto the corner, but couldn't quite get it there. Deuce is wild in the third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. Palencia comes home again. Popped up and out of play down the left side. Sped him up with a 2-seam fastball that ran onto the outside corner. 4 foul balls for Toomey so far in the 6 pitch at bat. Another 2-2. It's fouled off again. One stayed within the home plate circle. Might have fouled off of Toomey's back leg as he gives a little walk. Looking like he's in some pain. Fernando Palencia trying to put him away. Here's some come on Nando chants coming from the Toreros dugout. Here's a pop-up that's in play back behind shortstop. Springer ranging back, now gets called off by the left fielder, and Moran is able to put it away. That ends the inning with the Dirtbags leaving 2 stranded. Going to the 4th, it's 1-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Breeze continuing to blow. Well up and away. Saved and out that way. Saved and out that way. So far, it's 2 outs and nobody on for the Toreros. So far, it's 2 outs and nobody on for the Toreros.
Excellent around the infield for the Dirtbags. Electric to get it over to Perez in plenty of time. Throw is low, but it's no problem for Perez. Dirtbags clear the bases again.
Wasn't an easy turn for Gasser either. The first pitch to Jaden Lobliner in for a strike. Had to move about a step to his left and fielded on 1 hop and pivoted and had about a 30-foot throw. On 1 pitch to Lobliner, in for a strike again. It's 0-2.
Jackson Baker just throws with a lot more confidence when there's nobody on the base paths. Dirtbags defense really putting in a shift here through the first 4 innings.
Fastball. 1-0 Dirtbags in the top of the 4th inning. Baker out of the windup again. 1-2 swung on and missed. A curveball diner swings right over the top of it. It's the 3rd strikeout so far for Jackson Baker, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. Into the bottom half, 1-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning, Trotter Enright coming up for Long Beach State. It's 1-0 Dirtbags. We enter the 4th. Dirtbags with 2 hits so far. Enright grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Looking at the forecast, the rain is scheduled to come back in around 8 o'clock. Line drive on the first pitch out into the left center gap. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll. Enright rounds first. He's going to be able to pull into second base. Howard cut it off before it got to the wall. It's a leadoff double for Trotter Enright to kick off the bottom of the 4th.
Just as he did on Sunday, Enright puts a lot of power behind the swing, ropes it right into the gap, and he's the one making it rain here at Blair Field. Hot start here to the bottom of the 4th.
Smith Chandler will bat next, now with the Dirtbags immediately putting a runner in scoring position. It's still Fernando Palencia on the mound for San Diego. It's always an interesting phenomenon, these midweek games, how managers can be a little more aggressive with their pitching staffs. No games to play until next weekend, so usually everybody in the bullpen is available to be used as long as they weren't overused over the weekend. Nothing to hold him for. First pitch to Smith Chandler, a slider that missed outside. It was Enright's 3rd double of the season already. Takes a deep lead behind second base, now steps up towards the baseline. 1-0 is fouled back into the netting. Smith Chandler had a crazy good season last year. Los Molanos Community College. The 1-1, he shows bunt, drops it down the third baseline. Palencia off the mound, picks it up and throws to first in time to get Chandler. So it is a sacrifice bunt for the Dirtbag left fielder. Enright moves up to third.
Trotter Enright giving some claps on third base now. Smith Chandler does his job, and as he heads back to the dugout, Smith Chandler gets a high five from TJ Bruce. Everybody happy in the Dirtbags dugout right now with their ability to put men on base and advance them. Now, once again, the question is, can Aaron Perez at the plate bring them home?
Toreros bring the infield in all the way across. So all 4 infielders up on the grass. Aaron Perez stepping in for the Dirtbags. Right on left matchup. First pitch, a slider that bended on the outside corner. Nice backdoor slide piece to start the at-bat from Palencia. The 0-1 fastball that painted the black. It's a fantastic first 2 pitches to open up the plate appearance. Now Perez will have to dig in and fight. Infield still in all the way across. The 0-2 pitch fouled off and was ahead of a fastball and yanked it over towards the Torero dugout.
Perez trying to be the regulator of this at-bat with Palencia pulling the strings. Still behind 0-2, and Palencia look to put him away.
Another 0-2, flied out into center field. That should be deep enough to score the runner. Howard ranges back and he makes the catch. Now coming home, Trotter Enright will score without a throw. It's a sacrifice fly for Aaron Perez as he gets the job done, and the Dirtbags move ahead 2-0.
Now is Palencia being a little bit too greedy. He has 3 pitches to give. Hangs one right over the plate, and Perez finally is able to bring a man home. Struck out twice against the Spartans with runners in scoring position. Not the case today as the Dirtbags go up by 2.
Jake Evans will step in now with 2 outs and nobody on base. Long Beach State ahead by a pair. Evans swings and misses at the first pitch. He popped up to the catcher in foul territory his first time up there. 0-1. Just missed outside. 93-mile-an-hour fastball that lob liner held there for a moment behind the plate trying to get the call. Instead, it's 1-1. Slider that bended onto the outside corner. It's a really good pitch there with a lot of arm side movement, or glove side movement, that is. Right-handed slider for Palencia on the mound. It's mostly been fastball slider for the reliever so far. Another slider that gets chopped over towards shortstop. Springer Fields throws to first in time. A nice play by the shortstop, Gabe Springer, to retire the side. Dirtbags bring another one across, though, as we're going to the 5th. It's 2-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Fifth inning getting underway. Jackson Baker back out on the mound, the freshman southpaw for Long Beach State. They played another run in the bottom of the 4th to go up 2-0. The Toreros have had traffic on the bases, only 1 hit, but 3 walks and 2 hit batters. They've run into 4 outs and conceded a double play. So San Diego hasn't been able to get out of their own way on offense so far. Baker has gotten through 4 scoreless innings on 59 pitches. As we said, though, the command has been all over the place. 59 pitches and 30 strikes, and he misses with one here. So it's an even 60 pitches and 30 strikes now for Baker.
Coming into today, though, if you would have told T.J. Bruce that his freshman battery would have 4 scoreless innings, I think he'd be pretty happy.
No matter how you get there, he misses with a slider down and in. Counts 2-0 to Connor Mydroth. Mentioned Connor is the younger brother of a big leaguer. Shows bunt, pulls it back. We've seen that strategy a few times so far for San Diego, to show bunt, and Baker hasn't been able to hit the zone. It's 3-0. Chase Mydroth, the older brother of Connor, pulls it back and hit his front elbow. Or actually might have hit his hand. Mydroth was walking down to first base looking like he is in some pain, shaking out his left hand. It's the second time so far that Baker has hit a batter with a 3-0 count.
And that one missed the strike zone badly, well up and inside. Good to see that it caught Mydroth on the elbow guard. And he'll be just fine to run the bases here for the Toreros.
Doesn't look like any action, or actually there is someone throwing in the Dirtbag bullpen. It's tough for us to see from our vantage point. But there is a right-hander throwing. Now they're going to attend to Connor Mydroth. He's still shaking out his left hand, so San Diego is their athletic trainer out of the dugout to look at him.
On a cold day, those hurt just a whole lot more.
That's the truth. Tell you, JD, the coldest game that I ever played in was definitely not the coldest temperature that I played in, but might be the coldest I've ever been. Was at a tournament in Sparks, Nevada. It was probably 25 degrees, which, like I said, is not the coldest temperature I've played in, but it was sleet coming down the whole day and windy as heck. Maedroth is going to be able to stay in the game, so good to see as there's a sliding mid on that left hand that just got hit.
And how was the Bruce Kuntz performance on that day?
Got an RBI base hit. This was when I was on junior varsity in high school, and multiple of my teammates asked my coach to be taken out of the game.
They also probably didn't have an RBI.
They did not. Warms you right up. First pitch to Jayden Greer. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It deflected off of the bat. He was trying to sell it at first that it hit him, but instead it's a foul ball. I can remember that RBI single that I had because holding the bat, I couldn't even close to feel my hands. I felt like a caveman swinging a club.
It's not that cold today, we should clarify.
No. Picks off before the 0-1, but Maedroth is safe. There's something to be said for that, to lose your fundamentals and not be able to feel your hands, and it just becomes a dog eats dog world.
Some Neanderthal ball.
All you can think of is see a ball, hit ball. 0-1 is lifted out into short right field. Golden Nets is ranging into the gap, but instead cutting in front. Toomey makes the catch. Greer flies out to right for the first out.
That one kind of flew off the end of the bat. Greer did not catch it cleanly. And over there on first base, still shaking out his hand is Maedroth.
Abe Alvarez coming out of the dirtbag dugout now. The righty Andrew Ghana coming up. There has been a right-hander throwing in the Long Beach State bullpen. We'll see if they are making the move.
Well, Baker's command has been erratic to start this game.
And it is going to be a new pitcher coming in for Long Beach State. So Baker gets through 4 1/3, but that'll be it for his collegiate debut. We'll introduce the new dirtbag pitcher coming up next on 22 West Radio. Alex Ramos coming in for Long Beach State. He'll face Andrew Ghana to begin his outing. Right-handed senior coming out of the bullpen, started his baseball at San Dimas High School, then went to Golden West College before transferring to Long Beach State. This is his second year as a Dirtbag. Pitched in 21 games a season ago with a 6.41 ERA. First pitch slider bends onto the outside corner for a strike.
Ramos with a very punchy delivery. Short around the shoulder.
Comes set just below the belt. Still a short lead at first for Meidroth. Next pitch misses outside. It's a good breaking ball for Ramos. Right-handed slider that moves well to the glove side. Pickoff attempt, but Meidroth dives ahead. No tag put down by Perez. A little bit of sunshine peeking through now. There's a brief streak of sunshine in between home plate and the mound. Ghana swings and fouls one away. I don't know if that's enough sunlight out there to mess with the hitter, but the ball will briefly enter sunshine on its way to home plate. That strip of sun is pretty close, just barely in front of the home plate circle. Chopper on the ground to third base. Evans retreats. Fields, his only play is to first. He throws across the diamond and gets it there in time to retire Ghana. Runner Meidroth does move up to second base, so now a man in scoring position with 2 down for the Toreros.
Ghana, one of 15 transfers on this San Diego lineup this year. There's a Toreros team that won the WCC regular season title last year and has their sights set even higher here in 2026.
Jake Evans started to charge that one, thinking double play, but on the final bounce had to go onto his heels to field it cleanly. First pitch slider bends in for a strike to Tanner Kern. After Evans fielded, had to spin, and then his only play was to first. Sun shining brightly to the left side of the infield. So next one catches the outside corner again. Kern checked his swing. So Jake Evans, for that last pitch, was holding his glove up in front of his eyes. Sun low over the top of the bleacher covers. 0-2 pitch. Line drive out towards left field. Started in. Now Chandler ranges back and makes the catch on the run. Alex Ramos comes in and retires back-to-back batters. Toreros leave one stranded. We're halfway home, going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 2-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Toreros go to the bullpen. They go to the 5'11 lefty Porter Rovin. Comes out of the bullpen. Sophomore, originally out of Carlsbad. Enters the game with his socks pulled up high and long navy blue sleeves. Pitches out of the windup and delivers a first pitch slider for a strike to Damon Valdez.
Last year in his freshman season, Rovin appeared in 19 games, made 5 starts.
Fastball roped over to third base, but it's stabbed by Mydroth. He throws over to first, but it looked like he got it in the air, and that's the ruling by the umpiring crew. Valdez lines out to third for the first out.
That's why they call it the hot corner. Hot off the bat from Valdez, and
did get caught a little bit off the end. It got there in the air, but only left the bat at 87.
Still a good play at third, and Valdez relays some instructions to Goldenetz in the on-deck circle, and Gasser fresh out of the dugout on his way back.
First pitch taken for a strike by Trevor Goldenetz. He's reached both times today. Laid down a bunt base hit to lead off the bottom of the first inning and then got hit by a pitch in the third. Shows bunt here, but pulls it back as the slider misses outside. Can set the final line for Fernando Palencia. Went 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks and a strikeout. Pop up within the infield on a slider. It's Mydroth underneath at third base. He calls it and makes the catch. Goldenetz pops out on the third pitch. 2 outs and nobody on for Long Beach State.
Torreira was working quickly through the bottom half of this 5th inning. Dirtbags still lead 2-0.
Camden Gasser will step into the box next. He walked yet again in the 3rd inning. First pitch taken just below the knees for a ball. Gasser already has 8 walks on the season. Takes another one low. His only official at-bat tonight was a bunt base hit in the 1st inning. Made him 2 for 8. To go with those 8 walks on the year. Fastball misses outside. It's almost like Camden Gasser has a magnet in his back pocket to repel the pitch away from the strike zone.
Some negative ions.
He's ahead 3-0 again. Rovin comes home and catches the bottom of the zone. Sun poking through the infield. 3-1 chopper over to first base, ranging back. Greer fields cleanly and touches the bag himself. It's a ground out to first base unassisted, and the Dirtbags go down in order in the 5th. Head to the 6th inning, still 2-0 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Tyler Gebb coming in for Long Beach State, new pitcher into the game. Alex Ramos only faced 2 batters, but retired both the hitters that he faced, and he could be in line for the win now as the first reliever out of the bullpen after Baker didn't make it through the 5th inning. It's 9-1-2 due up in the San Diego order. Tyler Gebb, the right-handed junior, pitching in his 2nd game of the season. Second-year dirtbag, originally transferred out of UC Riverside.
Tyler Gebb, a guy who TJ Bruce would really like to take a jump this year.
Got relied upon quite a bit last year despite spotty results down the stretch. Finished with a 7.54 ERA. Fly ball down the right field line. Toomey ranging back. Perez also over, but that's going to drop onto the warning track. So it's an eventful, but nonetheless regular foul ball.
Last year, Alex Ramos was second on the team with appearances at 21. It was Gebb who led the Dirtbags with 28. It's the 10th most pitching appearances in all of Division I baseball. You mentioned those spotty results. Finished the season with a 7.5 ERA.
On the count to Gage Mestis. Fastball fought off the hands down the right field line again. This time Perez is able to get there in foul territory. The pop out to the Dirtbag first baseman to start the 6th inning. And brings up the top of the order, starting with Aiden Howard. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out.
The 2025 season, San Diego won just 6 of their first 30 games before winning 24 of their next 26. It was Aiden Howard who saved their season in the WCC Championship Game 1 in a 14-inning thriller against St. Mary's.
Shows bunt, but takes pitch low here. Getting a flip around into the left-handed batter's box. Switch hitter batted right-handed for his first 2 at-bats.
It was in the 14th inning against St. Mary's that he came up and knocked just his 3rd home run of the year.
Shows bunt, but a fastball misses high.
In that game, it was San Diego who were down 10-3 in the 7th inning. Last year, the Toreros felt a lot like the team of destiny in the West Coast Conference, overcoming deficits left and right as they finished as the hottest team in the conference.
Pulls bunt back again, but this time it's a called strike on the outside corner.
San Diego's season did come to an end on the next day, though, as they lost out to St. Mary's.
Brock Unrich is a head coach that there's been rumors before of him leaving the program to bigger programs, but instead he's stuck around.
He's the back-to-back reigning West Coast Conference Coach of the Year. He's really built this San Diego program into something special. He even talked this year that they can host a regional.
Swing and a miss. Aiden Howard goes down on strikes for the 2nd time after Gebb paints a fastball at the knees, gets him to swing over a curveball. That's Tyler Gebb's first strikeout out of the bullpen, and he's retired the first 2 Toreros that he's faced.
Tyler Gebb looking solid like he did last year. What ultimately hurt Gebb's line later in the season was those extended appearances on the bump.
CJ Moran in next. First pitch taken just off the outside corner. Moran has walked both of his at-bats up there. In the first inning after he walked, he got caught attempting to steal second. Pop up down the left side in foul territory. That'll get out of play. Mentioned during his first at-bat that fantastic freshman season that Moran had at San Diego State last year. 377 batting average. Pop up within fair territory now. Golden Nets ranging in center field, and he gets there to make the easy catch. CJ Moran flies out to center field, and that ends the top of the 6th inning. Tyler Gebb puts him down in order, going to the bottom half. Still 2-0 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Lena leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Dirtbags as the clouds have fully covered up Blair Field once again. We got the lights on, starting to power up as the sunlight is just beginning to go away, nearing the 5 o'clock hour. Dylan Lena 0 for 2 has struck out both of his times up there today. First pitch taken at the knees for a strike.
In his first at-bat, we saw Dylan Lena expand his own strike zone, which is he did against San Jose State. Saw an 85-mile-an-hour fastball blaze by him. Looking for a more disciplined at-bat here.
Slider didn't quite catch the back door. Porter Rovin back on the mound for San Diego. Dirtbags leading 2-0 as we kick off the bottom of the 6th inning. Curveball missed in the dirt, and Lena's now ahead 2-1.
Rovin, born in St. Louis, raised in San Diego. While at Sage Creek High School, he actually won his divisional championship at Fowler Park, where he now pitches for the Toreros.
Lifted out into left field, but easy to play for CJ Moran. He's camped underneath and makes the catch. Lena was out ahead of a breaking ball that time. 1 out and nobody on for the Dirtbags.
Dylan Lena, though, an improved at-bat. Waits on his pitch, just can't put enough power behind it and match up with the speed from Rovin.
Matt Toomey steps in next. He flew into his sacrifice fly his first time up, took a web gem to rob him of a hit, and then in the 3rd inning had a long at-bat, wound up popping out to left field. First pitch breaking ball hit on the ground and through the right side. Matt Toomey with hard contact on yet another first pitch swing, and he's got a single with 1 out in the inning.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Matt Toomey out ahead of the pitch early. He has been showing swing, and Rovin gave him a pitch to hit.
Toomey has been showing off huge aggressiveness on the first pitch through these last couple of games. Looking like Corey Seager up there in the left-handed box with a big frame, hacking at every first pitch. Trotter Enright in the box now, much more patient as he takes ball 1.
Toomey looking to get active on the base paths as well.
That's where his profile would depart from the Corey Seager mold. Great speed down at first base. Still north of 20 bags in summer ball. Step and throw, but Toomey dives back with a little offline, but Greer saved it before the throw flew down the first base foul line. Enright doubled his last time up, 1 for 2 tonight. Another step and throw. Toomey's back, and the throw's low and gets by Greer. Toomey's up to second base, now gives a look down the line, but corralling it, Mestas will keep Toomey advancing just 90 feet. It's another error on the mound. Porter Rovin gets hit with an E1. It's the second throwing error against a pitcher on a pickoff move so far today for the Toreros.
We saw the exact same thing to start this game out of Logan Piper, and Matt Toomey really wanted to turn 3, had to get a slow down big fella from TJ Bruce on the third base line. Seen Toomey time and time again try to leg out singles into doubles and get caught. That time easily could have tried to turn 2, but gets to stand up safely at second instead.
And takes the double play out of order and puts a man in scoring position for the Dirtbags. We've got a mound visit now with Grady Miller coming out of the Toreros dugout to talk. Count 1-0 to Trotter Enright. 2-0 Dirtbags in the bottom of the 6th inning. Man on second with 1 out in the inning. Nobody throwing in the Toreros bullpen. There is more action down in the Long Beach State bullpen now. Enright back in the box. 1-0 fastball lined into center field. Howard ranges back a couple of steps, but he's there to make the catch. Toomey tagged up, but will remain at second base. So good piece of barrel on that one from Enright. Left the bat at 98 miles an hour, but right at the center fielder. 2 outs. Runner still at second.
And the wind is still swirling around the ballpark. That ball definitely got knocked down well before it would have on any other day here at Blair Field. Sure-handed glove, though, in center field, though. Howard didn't have to do anything too spectacular like he did in the first.
Smith Chandler in next. First pitch breaking ball misses outside. Mentioned during his last plate appearance the numbers that he put up last year at Los Melidanos College. A 1.271 OPS, slugging north of 700. 1-0 missed outside. He started on opening night for the Dirtbags, then was on the bench the next 2 games. Back in left field tonight. He went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts on opening night. Today has a ground out and a sacrifice bunt. Another slider misses inside, and the count's 3-0. First base is open with Aaron Perez on deck.
We talk about connections between a few men on the field today. Smith Chandler and Andrew Ghana, teammates together at CSUN in 2024. While Ghana was a junior, it was his first season after transferring from San Diego City College, and then Smith Chandler was his freshman year playing Division I college ball.
Fastball right down the middle for the first strike. Chandler in the right-hand box. 3-1 pitch, popped up behind home plate and out of play. Counts full to Chandler. Matt Toomey with great speed out at second base, so good chance a base hit would score him. The shortstop Springer playing over in the 5.5 hole, so a big gap up the middle. Payoff pitch, flied out towards right field. Ghana ranging in towards the line, and he gets there to make the catch. Dirtbags leave another man stranded in scoring position. We're going to the 7th inning, still 2-0 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Going to the 7th inning now. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry. You're listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Dirtbags making another pitching change. You can tell Abe Alvarez and TJ Bruce managing in the midweek style. Alex Ramos only went 2/3 of an inning through 7 pitches. Now Tyler Gebb went 1 full inning on only 10 pitches. And now they turn to Joey Iglesias out of
Here at Blair Field during his warm-up. Last year, pitched in just 15 games, only 7 strikeouts.
Struggled pretty mightily overall. An ERA just below 15 through 15 and 2/3 innings, allowed 26 earned runs.
Iglesias just didn't really seem to have the stuff last year consistently with his kind of whipping delivery.
Now, as Iglesias finished warming up, the Toreros are nowhere to be found. Funky look with the only Torero out on the field being the third base coach. Now a batter and first base coach emerges from the dugout. It's Gabe Springer leading off as he slowly waltzes up to the plate. Bradley Hungertford, the home plate umpire, walked over towards the Torero dugout as if to say, where is everybody?
Everybody caught napping here on a lazy Tuesday afternoon.
The umpires do have some power to wield in a situation like that now. So they want to just start calling pitch clock violations. Said Hungertford keeps things casual. First pitch from Iglesias in for a strike. Gabe Springer, the switch hitting shortstop. This is his first time switching around to the left-handed box today. Walk and a ground into a double play on his line. A 1 ground ball topped over to second base. Gasser fields cleanly and throws the first in time for the first out.
Sharp fielding from Gasser, and Springer only reached once. That was in the first. He was then caught stealing, so Torero struggles to get on base, continue here well into the 7th.
Jaden Lobliner in next, right-handed hitting catcher. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Iglesias front doors a breaking ball. Good location there. It's a funky looking delivery for Iglesias. Not exactly a big guy on the mound, listed at 5'10", but has a big arm windup coming from all the way around the back of his body. Line drive out towards the left center gap. Golden Knights ranging back to the track, to the wall, and it's over the wall. Now the call finally comes in from the umpires. Golden Knights collided hard, but it's a solo home run for Jaden Lobliner. San Diego gets on the board, a low-hanging line drive that just carried out in the gap, and it's 2-1 Dirtbags.
104 off the bat as Iglesias hangs one at 78 over the plate. Good to see Golden Knights get up as well and try to track that ball down as the wind continues to whip. Looked like that swing had a little bit of extra carry on it as it just gets over the wall in center field.
Collided hard with the wall out there. So as you said, good to see Golden Knights back on his feet and walking back to his position. Dirtbag lead is cut in half in the 7th inning. Connor Mydroth in next. First pitch tipped off the top of Valdez's glove and goes to the backstop.
And with Iglesias' long delivery, hitters can, if they have a sharp eye, see the pitch before it comes around. And it looks like Lobliner just dialed in his swing to the perfect spot. And Long Beach only lead by 1 now.
It's tough to get a ball out to that left center gap here. Next one taken for a strike. Blair Field, not as much of a graveyard as it used to be, but still deep to the gaps. That ball got sandwiched between the old fence that's out beyond the new one and that new fence out erected in front of it. Slider missed outside to make it 2-1 to Mydroth. That was the second home run the Dirtbags pitching staff has surrendered so far this season. 2-1 pitch, popped up out of play down the right side. Hit hard on the roof of the Troy and Danielle Tulowitzki batting facility. One out and nobody on base. 2-1 Dirtbags after the solo home run from Jaden Lobliner. 2-2 pitch from Iglesias. Line drive down the right field line, but that'll carry foul. Joey Iglesias got the first batter that he faced, but and Lobliner took a slider over the left center field fence. We mentioned Iglesias with his struggles last year in his first season with the Dirtbags. Try and bounce back now. Have a much better season this year. Cue ball foul down the right field line. Nice job by Mydroth to stick the bat out and just get a piece of a slider barreling away from him.
And for Lobliner, it's his 7th career home run for the Toreros. Had 6 last season. And before that big time swing, the Dirtbags have been doing pretty well, having retired 7 straight.
Another 2-2 from Iglesias. Got it by him. A fastball in the heart of the plate, but Mydroth comes up empty. It's a strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning.
Iglesias dials it up to 89. And now signal coming to the bullpen. Looks like that'll be his last action here in what proves to be a very short appearance in his 2026 debut.
With the lefty Jayden Greer coming up, Long Beach State going to the bullpen again. We'll be back to introduce the new Long Beach State arm. It's 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. With 2 outs and nobody on base in the top of the 7th, Dirtbags go back to the bullpen. It's Christian Banda, the junior left-hander, coming in to face the left-handed hitting Jayden Greer. Banda has pitched 2 seasons for Long Beach State last year in 14 appearances, finished with an 11.12 ERA, another guy that struggled out of the bullpen. First pitch, slider that missed a little low. And JD, I'll say on that first pitch, it looked like that Banda's moved the release point a little bit.
Absolutely.
Throwing cross body from a low 3/4 release. Last year, he was much more of an over-the-top, straight downhill kind of guy. Now it's practically sidearm around the body as a curveball bends in for a strike.
It's only been 2 pitches, but Christian Banda looks a lot more in control already here in 2026.
I think this new look delivery, it's halfway to Alex Wood, the old big league left-hander that threw extremely down across his body, but that's the sort of windup that he's got right now as he delivers a fastball for a strike. Gets down low and hides the ball down behind his leg before firing across his body.
I think last year Banda had the same problem Iglesias did with his delivery. Ball was coming out high in the windup early, giving the hitter plenty of time to adjust.
1-2, slider bounced in.
And here he's hiding really well. Starts in almost a 3/4 crouch, keeping the ball in the glove, and the hitter can't see it until it's already coming out of his fingers.
It's right in between that super down low Alex Wood look and a little bit of Chris Sale with the crossbody fire.
I think leaning more towards Chris Sale. It's a great shout.
2-2 slider, nubbed out towards left field, ranging in. Chandler's there to make the catch. Greer caught that one off the end. So a good batter pitched by Christian Banda. We're going to stretch now at Blair Field with the Dirtbags leading 2-1. Toreros get on the board on the solo shot from Jaden Lobliner. Be back for the bottom half on 22 West Radio.
Leading off for your Dirtbags at the bottom of the seventh, the first baseman, number 15, Aaron Perez.
Aaron Perez stepping up to lead off the bottom of the seventh inning. Hope you enjoyed listening along to the Jeff Lippman Blair Field sing-along. Take me out to the ball game. 2-1 Dirtbags to start the bottom of the seventh. It's popped up out into short center field. Howard ranging in. He'll call it off and be camped to make the catch. It's the first pitch fly out for Perez to start the bottom of the seventh.
Perez takes a big hack early, just catches it low. And it's an easy pop-up, easy play made in the outfield. And Dirtbags feeling a little bit of deja vu here, leading 2-1 in the bottom of the seventh. Similar situation to the one they were in against San Jose State. They're going to want to add some more insurance runs here. Game far from over, with Toreros still with plenty of life in their offense.
First pitch taken low by Jake Evans. Bullpen. Dirtbags also with action again in their bullpen. Time was called. Now Evans steps back in. 2-0 line drive to third base, and it's stabbed on a dive by Connor Meidroth. There's the hot corner shot that we were mentioning earlier. Meidroth with a really good play to retire Jake Evans.
That one a lot of heat off the bat. You said the last one wasn't a true hot corner shot. That one was. 102. Right into the glove.
Really nice play by Meidroth. Sprawling out to his left. Didn't quite have to go full extension, but still had to get down for it. Damon Valdez in now, takes one low for ball one.
Two more quick outs in a frame for the Dirtbags.
Another one missed. One batter reach in their last 12 plate appearances. 2-0 fastball missed outside. So Rovin has fallen behind 3-0 to the Dirtbags 9-hitter. Trevor Goldenet's the leadoff man on deck. 3-0. Just did catch the down and away quadrant. Breeze coming in now. Valdez fouls one off his instep. Count is full. TJ Bruce has put on a jacket, and hands in his pockets down in the third base coaching box. He was just wearing his jersey at the beginning of this game, but it certainly cooled off.
It was Valdez who lined out to third in his last at-bat. Now facing full count.
Valdez got some time after that last foul ball off his leg. Now Rovin goes out of the windup, and the 3-2 pitch misses high. It's a free pass for Damon Valbach to the number 9 hitter. Will bring back up Trevor Goldenetz with a man on first and 2 out.
Good on Valdez to work the count full and get on base for the first time today. Dirtbags looking for a little bit of 2-out magic here, as this might spell the end of Rovin's night. Visit to the mound incoming.
And it will be a pitching change coming for San Diego. Another 2-out pitching change, this time made by the Toreros. Dirtbags with a man on first and 2 outs, and San Diego goes to the bullpen on 22 West Radio. Trevor Goldenetz coming up, the new reliever in the game, a right-handed graduate student, Hayden Cody, originally out of Mission Viejo High School. As he steps onto the mound, Trevor Goldenetz has had a good game so far, reached in 2 of his 3 trips to the plate, a single in the first and a hit by pitch in the third. Popped out to third base his last time up. Damon Valdez, the runner down at first base, man on first with 2 out. The bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1 lead for the Dirtbags. Cody picks off, but Valdez dives back to the bag.
Cody spent the first 4 years of his collegiate career at CSUN. Teammates with Ghana and Smith Chandler in 2024.
First pitch taken for a strike right down Broadway by Golden Nets. Porter Rovin wound up going 2 2/3 innings out of the bullpen for the Toreros. Allowed 1 hit, 0 runs. Pop up within the infield. It's playable for Jayton Greer. He gets called off by Mestis, and he makes the play. Pop out ends the inning, and as we go to the 8th, it's still 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio.